number 4 for the interpretive exhibits course. And unit number 4 is really an important one for planning exhibits because it really looks at who the audience is. And that plays a major role in just how you plan, design, and write the exhibits. So we look at a variety of things. We look at who our usual visitors are. Are they mom, dad, and the kids? Are they special groups? Are they school groups? Or are they visitors coming in from other places and you might never see them again, as opposed to visitors who are there every week or every couple of weeks? In other words, your regular visitors versus outside tourists or other kinds of visitors. And the reason is, if you have the same audience over and over again, then one of the things you have to think about is when will the exhibits get boring? In other words, if you don't change them, they've seen them, and so they'll stop looking at them. Another item to think about is the seasonality. If you're doing exhibits like in a nature center, for example, you need to be able to change your exhibits. Say you have spring, summer, and fall wildflowers or bird migrations. So that means your exhibit design will have to be changeable. And then we also look at the numbers of people. You need 25 square feet of floor space per visitor in an exhibit room. That's like a 5-foot box around each one. So if you have too many people come in, they'll look inside the exhibit gallery and not going to, it just looks too busy. Likewise, if you have a lot of people coming, the exhibit should probably have a direct flow. That means there's one way in and then one way out. So people move faster through it. If it's a slow number of people, you can have an open exhibit design. That means people can kind of wander from exhibit to exhibit. If you're doing history, then people prefer to have history exhibits and stories presented in order. So you start at 1801 and you end at 1920. If it's jumbled around, it's hard for them to follow. And if you have exhibits for children, they have a different way of learning and remembering than adults do. So I want you to think about just who your audiences are. You probably will have more than one audience, and we'll call them different market groups. And think about how the kinds of exhibits that you're designing, how you're going to present them, whether it's going to be interactive or things for kids to do, or are they going to be changeable, and kind of come up with a market profile of your visitors. And then with that done, when we go back to look at the theme and objectives that you just developed for units 2 and 3, you'll be able to see if the objectives that you've written match the kinds of audiences that you're going to attract. So that's why I want you to spend some time on audience analysis. It's really important. There's a chapter in the textbook that you have on the Who section for exhibits. And then your homework is to send me your audience profiles. Who are your audiences, with a little bit of narrative of how will this audience diversity affect how you might think about designing the exhibits. So that's what this course is about for unit number 4. And I look forward to seeing what you come up with as far as who your market groups are. And again, if you have any questions, you can send me an email, and we can chat on the phone as well. So good luck with unit number 4.